My name is Akona Mdoda, and I'm from PE originally. Well, my life was a normal life like just anybody else until the time I got introduced with drugs and I was smoking crystal meth. One thing I can say about my life, it was terrible at my stage because I was stealing everything from my house, destroying my mother's property and my father's property until eventually I found myself on the street. Basically, what I can say, it was never a nice experience. Living in the street, hustling from the street, joining gangs, starting to do all sorts kind of things, house breakings, robberies. My life was crashing and until I came here to REMAR. And even when I was here, it was the same thing because I didn't want to change myself. So I came the first time, I went out. And the second time I was in the street, in Joburg streets, that is where I got my call. And that's where I started to beg Jesus Christ that he must help me until I found my way back here. But now, basically, as you can see me, I'm clean, not even like spiritually or mentally, I'm physically clean in all things. And it's such a great journey for me because I can start to see that I learn to accept things for what they are. And one thing I can say is that life in the street and the life that we were living is not a good life. And every time when I go to evangelize and see other brothers on the street and we try to bring them back to the ministry and try to direct them to a place that can help them like REMAR, it gives me such a painful experience. And that's why I fell in love with it, because it's a chance that I go back to where I was and try to show the guys that there is a hope, there is a change, but it needs to come from deep down in yourself. And it's not easy for you to reach that point. You need to be out and broken and absolutely with nobody and nothing. So, yeah, one thing I can say is even now I'm such emotional because I was thinking of leaving, and then pastor and other people were trying to speak sense to me and say, what's the point for me to go back to the same stage that I come from? And it's not something about physically, it's something that deep down goes to mentally and emotionally, because it's easy to fall back. It's very easy. And then one thing I can say is that, you know, I don't want to praise REMAR as such a big thing, but I promise you, this place really brings about change to people. If I never came here, I was never going to change. That's the truth and nothing but the truth only. And it's not easy to change. It's very hard. And one thing I know, that you can't reverse each and every single thing like us, the things we did on the outside. You can't just reverse anything with just a couple of months in this program. You need to persevere, as like my pastor said to me today. You need to be strong. And one thing I still need to deal with to myself, I always wanted to prove myself to other people. And what other people had opinions about me, this is what I cared about, other people's opinions and pleasing other people and showing other people that I can also do it. But now in REMAR, it gave me a better perspective that if I can do it for all the kind of wrong things, how about doing it for the right things? And basically, this is where I am, doing the right things and trying to be the better person that I was before. So this is my message to everybody that is out there that is having difficulties with their life. I know how it is. Sometimes we find excuses of why we did or what we did, but if you can't do it for yourself and the Lord that gave you the life, there's nothing else.